Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Call Halal Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, Bashem Rakha Adash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother, Yakar Abin, back with another lesson. And double honors to the men that taught our elders and apostles, so in these last days we could have the truth of the Holy Scriptures by way of Yahweh Shah, our anointed, our Lord and Savior. The Lord, well, who the world ignorantly calls Lord or God, is Yahweh, which means He is or He exists, and His Son, His only begotten Son, who's which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is Yahweh Shah, which means He is the deliverer. So let's get into it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, "The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." So, you know, we're going to get into who is the wicked according to the Bible. Who is the wicked, and what group of people, what family group of people the wicked is, and the things that they do. Like this is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he?" So, you know, so covering the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, meaning that the Most High set up the wicked, you know, to be over the earth and to cover cover the faces of the judges. So covering the faces of the judges is called iconoclasm. Iconoclasm definition. It says iconoclasm. It says the action of attacking or assertively rejecting cherished beliefs and institutions or established values and practices, the rejection or destruction of religious images as heretical, the doctrines of iconoclasts. So the destruction of religious images. So who has gone around the world, covering over images? Who is what they called uh, taking the dark images and bleach them or covered over them and turn them into something else. The thing. Let's go. Let's get it again. Uh, what was it? Ecclesiastes. It says the thing that have been. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. We have an example here in the book of Maccabees. It says, this is First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 46. It says, Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mishpah, or Maspah, over against Jerusalem, for in Mashpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes on their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So the heathen like to go around and blow off noses off of things and paint over things, the worst of the heathen, you know. So it's talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because he's the only person that has gone around the earth and painted over images, destroyed things, blown off noses, blown off ears and lips, so you can't tell who the people are. And then he comes back with his own idea. Well, we did this, and nobody's ever done anything but us. That's the so-called white man, because the Lord has given the earth into his hands. Let's get that. That's in Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man." So let's get that word. Shapal. It says lowliest of station, low, a base man. And who is this? Who is this when we look out into the world today? Who is this? It's the Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and he has been set up to be the wicked on the earth, according to Romans chapter 9. But I mean, according to all the scriptures. Let's get it. This is Malachi chapter 1. It says, "The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to Israel about Malachi." It says, "I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." Let's get that word hate. It's a Shana'a. It says to hate, to be hateful, to hate. That's H8130. To hate of man, of God, hater, one hating, enemy, to be hated, of persons, nations, the Most High, wisdom. So this actually means hate. He hate, detest, to hate Edom. It says, "And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." It says, whereas Edom saith, and Edom is the Greek way of saying Esau. It says, well, yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. Wasted away is he, Esau. But this is Adama. It says red. Yeah, that's incorrect. But anyway, it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against the Lord hath indignation forever. So let's get that. The border, territory, is Ga Bawa, H1366. It says border, territory, border, region, territory. So wherever you find Esau Edom, you're going to find wickedness, you know, with wickedness. Rashai, Rashai. It says wickedness, guilt, wickedness, wickedness of enemies, ethical and religious. So you're going to find wherever you see him, but this is who the Holy Scriptures describe as being the wicked, you know, and, let's get that in Psalms, where the wicked believe, you know, they've done all of this stuff on the earth, and they believe that the Lord is with them because of all of the shit that they have done, the things, the lands they have stolen, the icons they have defaced, the the heritage they have stolen. I mean, what is it that the so-called white man has not stolen off of the face of the earth. He's stolen everything. He's stolen people, he's stolen resources. He's stolen lands. I mean, he's made treaties with the North American natives, the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad. He's made treaties and broke every last one of them. So, this guy believes that, he believes that the Lord is with him, but, the Lord is going to set things in order. It says, this is Psalms chapter 50 and verse 16. It says, but unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So he's the upright, he's the righteous person on the earth. you know he's a God-fearing nation. All of these are lies. It says, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. So it's talking about Jacob and Esau. Now, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence, though thou thoughtest I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. So the Most High said that he's going to set things in order before your eyes, because you have went around the earth, destroying, killing, being just a straight up demon. But the Lord said that he was going to reprove them and make things right, right in front of your eyes. I mean, this is this is the darn this is the blueprint of who the wicked is on the earth, and the Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. So we can get that. We can get that. We can get that. Uh, mm. So in these last times, we're calling out, well, let's get that first. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2. It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of the anointed is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, so the falling away was 70 AD. That was the beginning of the falling away, because Israel lost their heritage to where they didn't know, all the captivities prior to that, the Roman captivity, the Israelites knew who they were. Yes, there were those that were cast out during the Greek captivity that didn't know who they were, but for the most part, the Israelites knew who they were, in those captivities. But when after 70 AD, we will never go back into that land. And it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So who is this man of sin? And we're revealing who this man of sin is, the son of perdition. Let's get that. Perdition is G684. It's apalia. Apalia. It says destroying, utter destruction of vessels, a perishing, ruin, destruction of money, a destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. Well, that's a off destination. Well, I mean, hell being servitude, not hell being a place where you burn forever. That's not scriptural. That's not true. So it says, Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called a power, or that is worshipped, so that he, as a power, sitting in the temple of the Most High, show himself that he is a power. It says, remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and you know, and now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So the spirit of the Lord's mouth is his prophets. And we're out on the highways declaring who this wicked is. You know, this wicked is Esau Edom, the border of wickedness. You know, this is a further describing it. It says, woe unto them that, this is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. See, the Most High set them up to do these things. And it says, and they covet fields and they take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. So, I mean, when we look onto the earth today, who has done these things? You know, Esau Edom has gone all over the whole planet, you know, killing people, putting people into subjection. You know, that was his blessing. His blessing was to rule by the sword, you know, and that's what he has done. He has done exactly what the Lord has set him up to do, and he's ruled by the sword, you know. He goes, I mean, this devil has to be taken out of the way, you know, and the Lord set him up. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 24. It says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. So the Lord said that he was going to send the worst of the heathen, you know, to put Israel into subjection because of their disobedience. And that's what he has done. But, you know, the Lord is not going to let that stand. The Lord is not going to let that stand. He's going to set those things, you know, in order. We get that in Romans. This is Romans chapter 9. It says, let's start at Romans 9 and 6. It says, not as though the word of the Most High hath taken none effect, for they are not Israel, which are of Israel. Meaning that, you know, in this time, it's going to be the elect. It's all about the elect of Israel. You know, it says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they called children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay, so Abraham had 8 sons, 5, 6, 7 sons. Abraham had 7 sons. You know, uh, the first by a concubine, and then, you know, then he had 6 more by a concubine. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. It says in Romans 9 and 8, it says, that is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. So the children of the promise were through Isaac. So it's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, because Jacob had 2 sons. I mean, Isaac had 2 sons as well, and the promise went to Jacob. But this is Romans 9 and 9. It says, for this is the word of promise. At this time shall I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither had done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So the Most High is in control of all things. The Most High is in control of all things, and he's the one that set this up. He said, both of these kids, Jacob and Esau came out of the same father. Both of them came out of the same father. So, the Lord chose which one was going to be good and which one was going to be evil, and it had nothing to do with them. It had nothing to do with them. So let's let's read it again. For the children not yet being born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he saith unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Just like, okay, so Esau Edom is the modern day Pharaoh. Esau is the modern day Pharaoh because he set up, you know, the basis of men is set up over the world. Who runs the world? Who's the world reserve currency? Whose face is on it? Who's trying to uh, give everybody a digital all? Who's trying to you know, who's trying to put you in a 15-minute city? Who's trying to give you electric vehicles to where you can't go, but so far out of your range? Who's doing all of these things? Is it a so-called Chinese man? He's a part of it, but guess what? Esau Edom is pulling the strings. Esau has gone all over the world and conquered lands and set up people, and he is the wicked, according to the Bible. It says, therefore, hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and on and whom he hardeneth. It says, thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? Yeah, exactly. Who have resisted the Most High's will? He set up who he wanted to be in charge. Just like he set up Pharaoh in Egypt, he set up Esau over the whole entire world, just so he could show his power in taking him down. This is Romans 9 and 12. It says, nay, but, oh man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Yeah, so if a potter takes a lump of clay and he makes a chamber pot out of it, and then he takes a piece, or where he breaks that one lump of clay and he makes a chamber pot out of one, and then he makes a water vessel out of the other one. Who can tell him, you know, the purpose is the purpose. This one, you're meant to hold shit. This one, you're meant to hold water. You can't fault the potter for, making the vessels that he wants to make and using them for the purpose he wants to use. And that's what the Most High has done with Esau and Jacob. Jacob is the righteous and Esau is the wicked. And Esau is doing his job perfectly. And he's been revealed. He's been revealed who he is. Everybody knows who this devil is. You can look out. I mean, it's not a color thing, but it's a lineage thing, because you are what your father is. You are what your father is. So, You can have Israelites today look like everybody on the planet Earth because the Lord said he was going to scatter his seed into the other nations. So the Lord scattered his seed into other nations, you know. So the Israelites are going to look like all the people on earth, but it's something special about the Israelites because they come from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Esau, there's something special about them too. They're set up to be destroyed. And they come from the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. And that's just the way it is. That's the way that the Lord set it up. And this is their time to rule. But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follows. We'll get that in a second. But it says, this is Romans chapter 9 and verse 22. It says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. Let's get that. That's the same word. G684, apaleo, destroyed, utter destruction, the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. And we'll just substitute that for servitude until he be taken out of the way anyway. The Most High is going to round them up after their hardcore captivity and do away with them. But it says, so what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath to make his power known, endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. So, the Most High is in control, and he set up the world the way that he wanted to set it up, and he declared the things that he wanted to declare from the beginning, you know. Slucky. And the prophets are out on the highways and the byways telling who this is, because the Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So the prophets are out on the highways and the byways, telling you who this devil is, who it is. The Lord gave him power, set him up just so he could take him down. And like I said, who else does these things? So we're calling out the mystery of iniquity, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. He was raised up just to be destroyed. And the Lord is going to take him out of rulership in, in amazing fashion. Amazing fashion. Let's get one more and we'll close it out. This is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, shall surely be put to death. So, as it stands right now, you Hebrew Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, along with the scattered, that look like the speckled bird, Esau Edom has stolen us, and we are still found in his hand. We're still in servitude. We're still in slavery under this man. How is it that you have to pay taxes on something that is supposedly yours? It's because you don't own anything. You don't own anything. Esau Edom is he's covetous. He wants everything and he believes everything is his. He's got that proud spirit on him to where he believes that, all things are his, regardless of what, he stole them fair and square. this goddamn devil. With that being said, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Raha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hopefully, this lesson was edifying because we're calling out who that son of perdition is. We're calling that out. We're letting you know that Esau, the so called white man, the pink, the pale male, he's the one that had to be revealed, and we're revealing him in this time, letting everybody, the whole world, sees him for what he is, the devil that he is. Shalom. Hopefully this lesson was edifying.